I'm Jupiter, and I played the Dino Crisis remake on itch so you don't have to. In case you don't know what Dino Crisis is, it's a 1999 survival horror game created by Shinji Mikami after he created Resident Evil. I feel really bad about critiquing a fan remake that's obviously made with love, so I'll start with what I think it did really well before I bring up the issues I had with it, and I'll go into more detail about that later on in the video as well. I think that the cutscenes and atmosphere and music turned out really well when you consider it's created by one man. But the issue with that is, it's all gated behind clunky combat and repetitive hallways that don't have any landmarks to guide you. Any of my criticisms aren't meant to be cruel. I think that the creator of this, and along with myself and anybody who happens to be watching this, all share a mutual love of old survival horror games, and I also think that there's potential in what he did here and I'd like to see him do better. Either way, I'll be leaving a link to the project so you can make your own judgment. From what I can tell, and granted I haven't played the original Dino Crisis since I was a little kid, is that it's a heavily abridged and altered retelling of the original game, which I think is where a lot of the issues come from. I have a feeling if the game was shortened to a 15-minute segment, or even just a compilation of the cutscenes on YouTube, most of my issues would disappear. The game opens with the Unreal logo and a moody sprawl of the Dino Crisis logo and Capcom. Remember Capcom. And finally, to a cutscene of Sort making their entry to the island to find Dr. Kirk by helicopter. I feel like I'm taking a low shot right here because it's a one-man fan project, but I despise AI voice acting. I feel like there's enough devoted fans to this series that if you wanted to, you could find someone willing on Reddit. Or just sidestep the issue entirely by not having any voice acting, which falls back into me thinking of a short segment would be better instead of the full hour this game is, which is entirely too long for what there is there. I hope you like getting lost in the hallways and running from invisible dinosaurs. Oh, did I forget to mention the invisible dinosaurs? Don't worry, we'll get there soon. Back to the cutscene. Sort's on their way to Ibis Island. One thing I'd like to point out is how moody and slow this opening is, which I think, honestly, is effective, instead of just jumping straight in. You'll notice, this time, there's only 2 people dropping, instead of 4 like the original. I guess budget cuts must have hit Sort pretty hard. I think the models look pretty good, especially considering this is just one man making this, so props there. Another difference is instead of Cooper getting chomped by the Tyrannosaurus, it's Gel this time. Also, I like completely how unfazed Regina is after seeing an extinct dinosaur. One final thing about the ending. I think that the cutscene with the T-Rex roaring in front of the moon is great. Honestly, props there. And with that, the game truly begins. Next we'll be discussing the game's atmosphere and cutscenes, which I think is where it hits its highest notes. I really dig this cutscene. It's a lot more mysterious looking than it turns out to be. You just go into a room with nothing. But the flare, or glow stick, whatever it is, in the orange lighting, it's such a cool vibe. Oh, I said I wasn't going to bring up gameplay until later, but since there's already footage of it, right here, you'll be able to see that it's just the same as any modern Resident Evil. Third person, over the shoulder, but the real issue comes from the fact that there's no inventory and no way to check your health. Another issue with this area, actually most areas of the game, is abysmal performance. Now I don't have the greatest computer, I just have a 5600G I think, and like a 3060, but the guy said he tested it on a 1050 and it ran fine. That is not true. I was dropping more than I've dropped in anything. It's kind of crazy. I really like how this cutscene with the Velociraptor's framed and Regina's head at the end of the hall. Oh, and we're coming up to the coziest place in the game, in my opinion. I am so in love with this area. The glass roof and the rain beating down. It's cool. That's all I can say. Oh, and the T-Rex outside, it legitimately made me jump the first time I saw it. I thought it was going to be like the first Dino Crisis, to where it just slams its head through the window, but nah, unfortunately not. And now we come to my favorite cutscene in the entire game. I think honestly the sound design's on point for this too. Just the laser barrier popping up, how orange everything is, and then you see the Velociraptor, and then the barrier goes away again, but it doesn't do anything, like it still thinks the barrier's there. Wow, that's honestly good. And that's what I'm saying, like if this was just a YouTube video, I would recommend it for everyone. I bet tons of people would watch this as a YouTube video. But that gameplay is such a barrier. Oh, and here we get to see the first boss in the game. I say boss in quotation marks because it's depressingly not a boss. And now for the combat. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be a lot of nice things I can say here. Just know you're gonna get tired of these little bastard green compies and Regina's fucking shoulder being in the way. Like honestly, it's like the guy didn't even playtest it. Like honestly, as you can see, you can't even aim at these things when they get close enough to you. Her shoulder's in the way. And these are basically the most common enemy in the game. I killed what, like maybe 10 Velociraptors? I killed probably like 25 of these guys in an hour-long game. Fucking bastard is right, Regina. And then we come to, I can't tell if this is a glitch or if this is how it's supposed to be because there's no ammo pickups, there's no inventory. But sometimes you'll randomly run out of ammo and you never can find more reload until you die. Like what? And as you can tell, these little guys cause your frame rate to drop hella low. It's wild. Oh, look at that. Our boss reappears. Yeah, that's the boss fight. You're just shooting it while it stands there in place. It doesn't attack. It doesn't do anything. It can't even reach you. Like, why even at it? After numerous magazines of 40 S&W, the big lizard finally goes down. The thing that bothers me is how weak the Velociraptors are in this game too. I seem to remember in the original Dino Crisis, you didn't want to fight them, you wanted to run if you had the ability. You were relying on those barriers because they'd eat up all your ammo. And look at those frames drop. Like, I have no idea how this guy ran this on a 1050. That's fucking whack. And I don't know if you can tell, but basically all these hallways look the same, which, like, I get it, it's one guy making this, it's a passion project, it's fun. That stuff takes time. I make bad indie games for fun. That stuff takes a lot of time. But rein it in with skill. Like, you could have made just 15 minutes and not have to have repeating areas. Like, I feel like this guy has legitimate talent with how he framed those cutscenes though, so I wanted to, like, do better. I have faith in the guy. Not just being a bastard to be a bastard. Oh, and right here is where you fight the most Velociraptors you ever fight in the game. Which is tedious. I don't even think they hit me. I just kept having to fucking shoot behind her shoulder, just guess. And pray I didn't run out of ammo. I do dig the music here though. I don't remember if that's the original music from Dino Crisis or not. Either way though, it's really cool. So, I dig that. But yeah, I feel like there should have been less dinosaurs and they should have taken more ammo. I mean, just make them harder. Of course, without an inventory system, it might be hard to actually balance, so maybe that was the issue you ran into. But at the same time, there's keys in the game, so it's keeping track of that, so I don't know. And now we come to the big old bad T-Rex. We're gonna finally get our revenge for them fucking up Gel. Not Cooper this time. I still don't know why that was a change. So I guess Cooper lives in this universe. And yeah, the boss fight for this just consists of running around the arena in corners and taking pot shots. And here we sneak past the most deaf, dumb, blind dinosaur in existence. No wonder they went extinct. Oh, and by the way, this is actually the second of 2 sneaking sections. And this one in particular, I edited it out, but it was about 3 minutes of this same sneaking, and you only ever run into one other dinosaur here. And from what I can tell, you can't die, so it's just padding. And can someone explain to me why this ladder doesn't go anywhere? Doesn't go up, doesn't go down? It's just pointless. Like, what kind of architectural decision was that? And do you remember how I said there were invisible dinosaurs? Well, here we go. This invisible compy killed me about 3 times. The only times I died actually were from this guy. And the little bastard will follow you between areas, which I guess is a holdover from the original one, so props there. I can't remember what I did to actually get him to go away. I might have just ran from him, or he might have just turned visible finally. I'm not sure what I did. But it's something to keep in mind if you decide to play this. Like, I just don't see why the guy put so much combat in this. It's what really holds it back. Like, he should have just focused on the exploration parts, because that would have been great, in my opinion. Of course, I don't know, there's many of these server rooms and nondescript hallways, so it might have been the same thing without the joy of killing compies. Like, a potted plant or something in one of these rooms. A book, something so I'd know this is a different room would have helped a ton. Also, I'm totally adding I hope I don't find myself in front of any other surprises to my vocabulary. That's cool. Oh yeah, I loved these poster rooms. They helped so much in avoiding getting lost. I wish there were more rooms with just one little detail like that. Like, I could mentally make a note, that's the poster room, and it helped a ton. So, good job there. And I don't mean to be harsh, because like, this guy's obviously talented, and I hope he gets a job making video games one day. Like, I think he deserves it. But I just think that, like, I don't know, it's a fan game, so like, I can't be that harsh, because his heart's in the right place, but it just bums me out because he did something so well and something's so not good. And I know it's probably bad taste to criticize a fan-made game about dialogue, but I think it would have been better just to have no dialogue at all. Either it just be text, or reach out to some kind of community online. There's a lot of fans of those late 90s Japanese survival horror games, and I'm sure somebody online would be willing to do the work. Just do the work. So that's the fan remake of Dino Crisis. It's definitely made with love and reverence to the source material, but I think its ambitions hold it back. It would have been a way better game had it either been a 15-minute vertical slice, or the creator could have just skipped the gameplay part and put the cutscenes online. They're the most impressive part in my opinion. But don't take my word for it, it's free, give it a shot. And I hope the developer keeps working on games. I think we can all agree though that the series is in need of an official remake, especially with the critical and commercial success of the modern Resident Evil games and Konami's Silent Hill 2 remake. Now's the time to dig up all the old survival horror games from the 90s. I don't think that Dino Crisis ever got the love and support it truly deserved though from Capcom. I mean, who doesn't love dinosaurs? I'm Jupiter and it's been nice talking to you, good buddy. I'm currently working on a PS1 Armored Core retrospective if you're interested in seeing that.